What's up, guys? It's me, still homeless, still. But look at this view right here. Look at these mountains. And that's not one set of mountains. Those are just the tallest mountains. In between those outlines of the mountains, there's about 3 or 4 sets of smaller mountains. And I've been sitting here feeling like the Matrix is raping me over and over again. Constantly fighting to figure my way out to the reality I used to have. Everything was nice. I'm pretty sure my dream car is now parked. Yep. So this is exactly what I manifested. This is exactly what I wanted to drive. Same color. This is everything I wanted right here. And I'm parked in that car right in front of it. Starving. It's obviously a gang stalker. It's a fake. Pretending. Lifeless drone trying to steal the energy, and that's why he parked like this. But it is what it is. What am I supposed? Did God provide that opportunity for me to kill them and steal the car? I don't know. Yeah, so this is what I was trying to show you. I was there freaking out in the car. Why do these things happen? And I flipped open my Bible when I found it, and the first thing I saw was, I call on the Lord in my distress, and he answers me. Save me, Lord, from lying lips and deceitful tongues. What he will do to you, and what more besides, you deceitful tongue. He will punish you with warriors' sharp arrows. And those who turn to crooked ways, the Lord will banish with the evildoers. When I said, should I kill him? It flipped to, but those who turn to crooked ways, the Lord will banish with the evildoers. So that makes me think this is a test to see if I will actually hurt people. If I will actually turn while I'm getting tortured. Will it hurt me enough that I will start to hurt others and go into evil ways? And I'm literally looking at the mountains when I open up to the scripture that says, I lift my eyes up to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. So I'm looking at these mountains and I'm crying out somewhere deep inside my disassociated, traumatized, badass warrior mind, where I can control my body from deep inside myself to do all these amazing things. What the fuck? She looks like a fucking ghost. That's exactly what I want. It's the same color. It's exactly what I want. How do I get it? They're just showing off that. Well, it flipped again. What did it say? When those who dreamed. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. It was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us. Restore our fortunes, Lord, like the streams in Negev. Those who sow with tears will reap the songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying the seed of sow, will return the songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them. Unless the Lord builds the house and build his labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city and guards. Stand watch in vain. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat. For he grants sleep to those he loves. Children are heritage from the Lord, offering a word from him like arrows in the hands of a warrior. And I'm a Sagittarius. Our children born in one's youth, blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. So I'm a Sagittarius. And I always felt like Sagittarian Aquarian means that my quiver is full of energy that I create, that I shoot out. That's what I used to say that my life was in 2020. I was just taking in all this information for me to shoot the information into others, and then I turned into like this badass rampaging momentum octopus. Then I turned into a giant brute that would stomp around grocery stores and slam my shoulder into the restroom door to break free. There's another. So there's a gray one and there's a dark green one. So they're showing me that what I want. Okay, it flipped back and the birds are calling. I lift my eyes up to you who sit enthroned in heaven, as the eyes of slaves look to their hand of their master. So our eyes look to the Lord our God till he shows us his mercy. Have mercy on us, Lord, have mercy on us, for we have endured no end. They told me that I said earlier that I felt like God is a pedophile. Every pedophile that I've met that took advantage of me wanted the same shit. Should I bum a cigarette? Blessed are all who fear the Lord, who walk in obedience to him. You will eat the fruit of your labor. Nope, it flipped again. To that, I rejoice with those who said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. Our feet are standing at your gates. Jerusalem is built like a city that is closely compacted together. That is where the tribes go up. Tribes of the Lord, to praise the name of the Lord according to the statute given to Israel. There stand the thrones for judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Okay, so that showed me like Bitcoin mining. It basically says so it just showed me everything that I wanted. Everything I've prayed for a long time just popped up in front of me while I'm opening the Bible. And the first things I saw were scriptures saying that you have to treat God like your pimp, like your slave master. And if you don't, you get punished. Okay, it flipped again. Look on my suffering and deliver me, for I have not forgotten your law. Defend my cause and redeem me. Preserve my life according to your promise. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek out your decrees. Your compassion, Lord, is great. Preserve my life according to your laws. Many are the foes who persecute me, but I have not turned from your statutes. Look on the faithless with loathing, for they do not obey your words. See how I love your precepts. Preserve my life, Lord, in accordance with your love. All your words are true. All your righteous laws are eternal. I don't like it, man. But the wind flipped the book to a page that explained that the people that don't do it will not get any rewards. So for whatever reason we're here, if you don't treat God like daddy, you fall victim to the people that also that do horrible things. I was saying that he'll protect you. He's a pimp. The Bible is saying that God is a pimp. But I'll tell you, this morning I prayed that I wanted to drive a gray Challenger. And there's a gray Challenger right here. They're all smoking cigarettes. I also said I wanted a green Subaru. It's a green Subaru that nobody's driven for about a month it's been here. I don't know. What else? So I wanted a gray Challenger and I wanted a green Challenger. And the gray one is leaving. And there was a green one that came up this hill right here. And I'll tell you, if I find a bit of good positive energy, the bird just blocked the way between us. And that drug addict looked away in submission. So it's telling me to submit to God like a pimp. Let's flip my hatchet. I don't know, I'm not depressed like you. Why does it want me to submit to God like a pimp? Can you guys answer me that? What does that do? By giving away my power as a masculine man, by submitting to something else like daddy, and then I'll get protection against the people that are doing wicked against me in order to achieve salvation and go to heaven. I've been thinking about that a lot today. Like how Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast says that he has multiple wives that live in multiple houses in multiple parts of different cities, and he visits them periodically when he's not working, and he's a multi-millionaire that loves God. He's Muslim, and he has multiple wives that live in multiple houses, and they don't know each other. And I was thinking about what did they get out of it, and I was like, oh, I guess that they could, if they showed up periodically with questions about how to make money, they could use his network to build an independent life for themselves away from him, to be his brood mare for the time being. My Challenger's leaving with all the drug addicts. All those drug addicts in the car that I deserve. While I'm sitting here homeless and freezing. And hungry. Having to eat out of dumpsters, and every time I get close, I'm violently attacked and forced to sit here. And I just watched everything that I wanted. The whole thing that I held in my imagination is the most precious thing. For a year. A $10,000 car. So what? They're wicked. They smoke cigarettes and they basically let themselves get raped by the devil and impregnated with demonic energy so that they can have an influence over the public. So that when they walk in places, they hit harder. May cry, come before you, my Lord. Give me understanding according to your word. May my supplication come before you. Deliver me according to your promise. May my lips overflow with praise. For you teach me your decrees. May my tongue sing of your word, for all your commandments are righteous. I just whacked my fucking phone, bro. Watch this beta male. Watch, I'm gonna show you in real time. So he's slowly coming because he has to decide, do I want to fight this guy for no reason? Do I want to try to steal the energy from this guy for no reason? Yep, he's staring at me. He's staring up at me, and yes, he had this entire parking lot, but he wants to get close to me. And now he's gonna get out of his car, watch. He's just staring at me. I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at the view. And now there's voices in my head telling me he won because he channeled the attention away. Here's a prophecy about Jerusalem. You're a faggot. That's all you are. You're a faggot. You had this whole parking lot. And you chose to get close to me because I'm the sexiest man on earth. Sorry. That's all you are. You're an insecure loser. I can't get a gym membership. I can't get a pull-up and dip bar. I tried and then it snowed a foot. But that guy has a car and probably a whole life. And he's trying to have an energy battle with a stranger. Standing literally on top of a mountain. Talking about God. And he's still staring at me. You're a pussy. And if martial law is declared right now, I could kill you like that. There's nothing you could do about it. You don't own a gun. You can't even paint your car. And you're not even looking at the sun. He's drinking a beer to promote his estrogen, to be gay. So if you don't suffer the same problems I'm suffering, you should be grateful. But I know none of you fucking made it this far. A prophecy against Kush. That's what it flipped to. You're smoking weed? Are you smoking weed? A prophecy against Kush. Okay, yeah, somebody named Jacob has been one-upping me for a while in life. In the day, the glory of Jacob will fade. The fat of his body will waste away. So that makes me feel better. I don't want to submit to someone like daddy, bruh. I wouldn't even have my girl submit to me like daddy. Unless she wanted to. I kind of like it. But God is not fucking me, you heard? I don't have a sexual relationship with the Lord. I don't want to submit to him like daddy. And I think that, like, honestly, when I have conversations with Jesus, if that is what he is, this person that comes into my simulation, yeah, so the gang stalker that was just drinking and getting gay has now partnered up with a red truck, which is the motif in my life. Right after the challenger that I prayed for was sitting there and they were smoking evil drugs and doing heroin in their nice car, while I sit here in that. Who gives a fuck, bro? That's what I'm saying. They've psychologically molested me to the point that I don't feel confident in my decisions. So I'm just roped around spiritually. And they torture me for months. Until I submit to the Lord of Jesus. Does that sound like someone that loves you? It doesn't sound like that to me, bro. But whoever created me and gives me the blessings, because occasionally I get blessings. Occasionally I get W's, I get wins. So whatever is there for that keeps me glorious and keeps the things I say meaningful and impactful. But that doesn't sound like... But the people that read the Bible are really into it. So I'm about, the closest big city to me is called Lebanon. And I just flipped and it says 11 because I'm born on the 11th. 11, open your doors, Lebanon, so that the fire may devour your cedars. Wait, you juniper, for the cedar has fallen. The stately trees are ruined. The dense forest has been cut down. Listen to the wail of the shepherds. Their rich pastures are destroyed. Listen to the roar of the lions. The lush thicket of the Jordan is ruined. What the fuck does that mean? They will pass through the sea of trouble? I don't know, man. But there is some type of force. And I just showed you the severity and the literal inner workings of the universe. And how it attacks me. So, I mean, I could break into this car. But then I read the scripture that says, don't turn to wicked ways. If there's a car that's been sitting here for months, it hasn't been months, it's been maybe a month. Probably less, but time moves so differently now. I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. I know the way that I'm speaking is almost unbearable because of how dense and focused it is. That you guys don't like it, I can tell. But y'all bumped the fuck out of Kendrick. And we're close to the same. Casey means a brave African tree. Kendrick means a fiery Irish French king. But I'm a fiery king in the most French and Irish part of the country. Yerd. So look, there's this car right here. It's a nice Subaru. Everything I'd ever want. Clean. They went to Penn State. They have a child though. A little wizard. Harry Potter. So I feel reluctant, man. Even though it's probably possible. Like, look at all this stuff. You know how easy it would be to just get a tow company to just start taking these? Yeah, the guy that I said was a gang stalker that was trying to attack me, his car is full of heroin needles. And there's literal gasoline in the back that he sleeps with. He's got a gas can in there. This guy is a real deal piece of garbage. And I could call it. I called it right in front of you. But y'all don't believe me. And I think that there's something probably controlling the majority of their minds. They're not invested enough to understand that I'm in prison. I'm in a spiritual prison. They're keeping me in jail where I'm being raped all the time. But look, this car says, I love you on it. Somebody put a heart. This is an experiment for a different type of asphalt. And where did this guy park? Yet they're all staring at me. Everyone and their mother is looking at me. I know I'm the center of attention. Is this an orange? Yo, look. I found dinner. It's a dry orange, but you know what? On the unpeeled side, there should be enough freshness for me to get some juice. Oh, feel bad for me. Send me money. I could take over the world in 3 months. But I'd have to thank my creator that wants me to be his little girl. Unless what? Unless we just disregard that part of the Bible and we only accept the good parts. Like imagining him as a happy father, a good father, and not daddy. I mean, he did just give me an orange. And this tastes delicious. I don't know what kind of orange this is. And I do have enemies that I wish God would destroy. Like the people that showed up to help me. That used me for publicity. And then tried to steal, The only people that showed up were people that wanted to use my light, steal my creative essence to do something with it, to try to become me, and then use my blessings to influence the public for their own agenda instead of mine. In this case, somebody showed up like as soon as I felt like I was able to finally clean my car without freaking out and having flashbacks and feeling like the whole world is trying to kill me, which it probably is. Someone just showed up out of the blue and offered to take me somewhere to give me a shower. It was 2 girls. So I was like, okay, they're not going to rape me. And then as soon as I get in the car, they're just trauma dumping to divert my blessings. So I have attention to myself, and they try to rope it out by talking about all the times that they were raped in the past for their whole life. So I was like, okay, I empathize. She obviously could probably see that I'm feeling that way. But also, is she real? And why is she saying it? So I said, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't send her energy, but I displayed positivity into the environment, which triggers demonic entities. And I watched her go and get angry. And then she tried to smoke weed, which smoking weed is smoking weed is allowing your insides to be filled with serotonin very quickly. So when these guys smoke weed around me, they're doing it to siphon the life force. And that's evident by kids. Like, there are a lot of heroin addicts that come up right up to my car, specifically to inject themselves with drugs. And it's some type of process where something of theirs dies, and then in that empty void space, they're filled up with something else. It's called alchemy. So I'm learning about alchemy because I told you I'm studying. So I'm learning a little bit. It just seems like my knowledge gets sucked out. So I don't know where it's going. I might be learning all this stuff, like channeling the heavens to make something, and then something is sending other people as somebody else pulls in. Sending other people to try to divert me. Yeah, she's just staring at me, bro. What? She won't stop staring. She won't stop staring at me. But maybe she's suffering just as I am, and she's paranoid that I'm an evil monster. Because if I'm dealing with it, everybody's dealing with it. Basically, what I'm going to do eventually when AI gets good enough is I'm going to feed the AI. I'm going to not feed it, but I'm going to put all this, every video that I've ever made, every piece of content that I have, I'm going to put into the AI, and then I'm hoping that at some point technology will be so advanced that it will sort out the best moments and give me a highlight reel. That's why I make content, and that's why the birds love me. So I don't know about submitting to the Lord. as daddy. I don't know. But it feels like if I don't, I'll get punished. Which kind of makes me feel like a slave. What did that say? They're leaving. Two people pulled right up to me. Rushing many soldiers not to play it safe. If you walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big three, nigga. It's just big meat, nigga. Bum. I'm really like that. So they came right up to me, and now they're going to the next gang stalker. You heard? There's an entire parking lot full of empty spaces. But maybe they haven't realized that not all their thoughts are their own. So should we go try to steal a soda? Which is just you walk into McDonald's. I don't care, bruh. If I walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Where does the bird want me to go? Because the bird called me. You saw it, man. These birds are carrying a network, a channel. 6 more subscribers and I can live stream. If you walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. I really like that. And your best work is like that. Nigga Prince Outlet, Mike Jack, nigga Bump. From around the way. Crow going left to right. So I shouldn't leave the environment. The woman that was panicking at me just flicked out her cigarette butt, which means that she's possessed. She's a part of this. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at how amazing it could be to go down there and just see what people are creating and how people are running around and having fun. But there's all these people that are stuck in their addictions, that all they can do is just get to the next place to hide, to convert and cultivate into evil negativity, stealing it from people like me. He was once a dove from around the way. Oh, so it's showing me that those negative people are being used to convert themselves because they made a bad choice into me as I make a good choice. So they will go further down to hell and I will go closer to heaven because of something called density, and polarity. So me leaving is a mistake, I guess. Especially because I'm going to steal. But look at this, man. Here's the gang stalkers. Think I won't drop the location? I still got PTSD. Do you know anywhere that looks like this? Montana? Not, the mountains aren't close together in Montana. In Montana, them mountains aren't that close together. You heard? In Montana. There's a Keystone, Montana that just went by, you heard? But these mountains look amazing, and the birds are coming with me. As I'm walking straight this way, the birds are flying the same way as I am. And this looks like a completely different simulation than it did yesterday. I'm telling you, everything is completely different. Like right in front of my face, these mountains are growing and shifting in size and perspective based off the density of the energy. the POV in my head changes, where things are looking bigger, and sometimes it looks less like a camera, sometimes it looks more like a camera. But it means I'm here for a purpose, right? And these thoughts are coming from somewhere else. It's probably not even me. I'm probably like some scared child deep inside my own mind that's been constantly gang stalked, gang raped, spiritually abused, and brainwashed, and MK Ultra'd. And I mean, with the way that my life is gone, I honest to God, bro. See, that's somebody I spoke to earlier, sending me vibes, trying to project their consciousness through the fifth dimension because I made a choice to engage, interact. But I was saying it, and here's the bird flying left to right for no reason. No reason that the bird would just follow me all the way, and I wouldn't give a single fuck about you, bro. No reason that the bird followed me all the way, parallel to me. Oh, fuck you. I caught that shit. And then it flew right to left, right in front of my face as I'm walking down towards this McDonald's and this gas station that wouldn't hire me because I'm homeless. And then if I did get hired, they made it clear that I had to submit like a dog. They like yelled in my face. And the only people that helped me, other than Heather, who sends me money, thank you so much, Heather. It's literally getting me through this. What went wrong with the stocks? Oh, I had everything going. I had it all set up. I had it perfect. And then I got surrounded and distracted. So it's something you have to focus on to get out at the right time. You have to be in like a constant state of Zen focus to be able to make good decisions. And it felt like I was magnetized out, like a magnet took away my consciousness for a second, and I couldn't think at all. I was zapped, and then all of a sudden I looked back, and somehow I had like clicked at the wrong time, and I lost like $250. So basically, I think that was telling me, if you're here and you're not just another one of them, you can see how my face is changing. If you're just not another one of these people that I'm seeing, that blessing, that big blessing I got, I was trying to get it to multiply over, because we had very little time to make it happen. Because now we're here. I guess if I had chose to play the long game, and I had bought that power station and held off on my computer and trying to do all that, if I had just waited it out and got the power station and then sat through the winter, but being patient, then right now I would be winning. So I guess that's a meaningful lesson, to not freak out so much and to make sure that I have a stable environment before doing anything, because I can't, as much as I want to be brave about it, it's very stressful to do it alone in a war zone. Let's see what he does, bro. So we've got the people that were hyper competitive for no reason, stuck in like a stupid game. Thank you so much. If you walk around like I did it, Andre 3K. What's up, bro? Yo, do you mind if I get a cup for water? Alright, I'm gonna get this one. Alright. Oh, dude. Don't you remember Jay-Elect dissed Kendrick and apologized within a week? J. Cole dissed Kendrick and apologized like 2 days later. Who else dissed Kendrick? You can look it up. There's like probably 6 or 7 mainstream rappers that dissed Kendrick and then made a post almost crying because they realized. And that's just something that comes from Ireland. I said, thank you, bro. No wimp. I got you. I got you. Are you coming in or out? No problem. I held it. I did hold it. And I got a water. So that was Casey Interacts with the Public. That was schizophrenic. Needs help. Goes and has a fun time in public, and everyone, all these paranoid, crazy people freak out. So I imagine if I had a dirt bike. Look, see, the birds are calling to disrupt the gang stalkers because they're trying to attack me. But if I had a dirt bike, I could fill up in gas here for like $20, and I could just ride around, and I could find cool spots in the woods to bring my portable speaker and my portable power station. And I could ride around this beautiful wild east. Eventually I want a Honda Rebel. I looked it up, bruh. I don't want a cafe racer. I don't want a touring bike. I don't really want a sport bike, but I was thinking if I had a sport bike, then when these people tried me on the roads, I could outdrive them. But then I was like, sport bikes, I have to lean forward all day. I'm like leaned forward the whole time, like this, laying down. So I'd rather have a Honda Rebel. But if I had a sport bike, I could do wheelies and girls will think it's cooler, right? I just want something fast that's comfortable so that I can enjoy myself. I wanted the Challenger, bro. I wanted the Challenger. 2 Challengers drove by right in front of you. Okay? So I submitted to God, and the angel numbers of the 111 drove by with a job that I've been thinking would be a good job for me. It's a courier job where you transport precious packages. So I'm really like that. That's more of a life pack. Prince outlive Mike Jack. I want a soda so bad. But we're making healthy choices, right? Soda! 4444, thank you. Love you. Goodbye.